toe are in line with the patella. Drawing up through the front of the thighs into the hip bones. So your hip bones are symmetrical. So the hip bones lay on top of the pelvis. So you're not pushing one side to the other. So perfectly symmetrical. Let's brace the abdominals as we always do in our Fitness Pilates classes. So tight, tense, powerful abdominals. So that's the feeling that you want without sucking the belly in. Okay, so nice, tight, braced abdominals. From there, just lift the shoulders up, take them back and drop them down. And again, so lift up, take them back and drop down. So that should put us into our perfect Pilates posture. So I'm just going to lift the arms up into a frontal raise. I'm going to open through the chest and then come in and down. Lovely. So just to shoulder height, open out through the chest and in and down. So nice and slow, control the movements. Yeah, and take your mind into the posterior chain. So thinking about the posterior deltoids as you squeeze them together, because we've all been sitting over our computers doing far too much forward flexion. Yeah, so let's get up and opens through the chest, in and down. Now I want you just to sit back, so bring the arms forward and just into a little deep squat and lift up. Yeah, down and through. So I'm reaching the arms forward. Okay, so I just show you sideways. So I'm pushing back, tilting the pelvis. So I'm over exaggerating, yeah? Coming down and through, and then as I come up, I tilt forward, yeah? And again, down and through and up and tilt. Let's put those two movements together. So we're gonna come up, we're gonna open up the chest, we're gonna come in, and we're gonna drop the arms down. Now we're gonna go into that little deep squat. Okay, let's do that again. So we're gonna come up with the arms, up and open, and then in and down. Now give you a deep squat. All right, lovely. I want you to come up and reach up to the sky. Come up onto your toes into a calf raise, and then bring the arms down like a rainbow. And again, so lift up into the calf raise and draw down. I'm gonna add in a squat. So I'm coming up into a calf raise, bringing down the arms, and now sitting back into that squat. Okay, let's do that again. Calf raise, lift, arms around, and then into that squat. One more time. So lift up, take it round, and then down and through. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to tilt the pelvis. So femur is attached to the pelvis. So by lifting the knee, we tilt the pelvis in a sagittal plane, yeah, forward and back. So let's add in a little bit of coordination. Let's wake the brain up. So let's take the opposite arm up with us. So just float it away. I guess getting the brain fog out of the way as well for today. So thinking about your balance, thinking about your coordination. Okay, give me two more, and then we'll go into frontal plane. So we'll take the leg away from us out to the side. So we go out to the side. One, that's it, and two. And again. Okay, just give me two more. Keep the shoulder down. Yeah, so keeping the shoulder down, relax it through. Hip extension, so I'm going to take the leg back and just lean into it. So I counterbalance. Yeah, just a little lean as I lift up through the glute. That's it, lovely. Give me two more. So pushing back, I'll show you sideways, and pushing back, lovely. Let's squat back. So nice deep squat, one, and again, two, lovely. So lift the head up, yeah? So you're not dropping down. Think about looking over the fence, yeah? Keeping the head up, lovely. Okay, let's go from the very top. So let's lift up the arms, open out back, and then come in and drop down. Now give me a nice deep squat. Remember, sit back into those heels. Let's do that again. So up onto the arms, up and open, and then come in and down. And now give me that deep squat. Lovely. Now calf raise, so lift up to the sky, rainbow the arms around, and then a deep squat. Okay, and again, so lift up, rainbow the arms around, and then a deep squat. Okay, let's go into a knee raise. So knee raising through, and the other side, through. Lovely. Last two. One, and two. To the side, out to the side. One, and two, three, and four. Now behind, push. One, and two, Lovely. 3 and 4. And now give me 4 deep squats. So go down 1 and reach. And 2 and reach. And again. 3. Last one. Okay. I want you to open out the arms, yeah? We're going to remobilize the upper spine. So we're going to bring the arms forward, bringing the back of the hands together, and then open the chest. And again, ripple forward and open the chest. 2 more. Ripple forward and open last time. Ripple forward and open. Bring the arm over the top, so reach and then to the other side. Over and reach. And again. Over and through, and last time. Okay, let's do a roll down, our first roll down today. So showing you sideways, I'm into my neutral spine position. I'm dropping my head, neck and shoulders, and I'm rolling all the way down. Now you come as low as you can, yeah, come as low as you can, but I want you to really contract and connect through the core muscles, because they're stabilizing us, yeah? So from here, draw in and bring it back up. So think about restacking, so we don't come up like a board. We take each vertebrae at a time, draw the shoulders back and down, lifting up through the arms. Reach up to the sky. Now if this feels good for you, stay here. If you want to, just go into a little bit of a lumbar extension. Yes, I push back, and then I'm going to bring it all the way over the front, and I'm going to roll it down. Rolling it down and through, as low as I can. Remember, bend in the knees. And then from there, inhale, exhale, dropping the head, neck and shoulders and rolling it up, vertebrae by vertebrae. And taking your shoulders back and down and then take them up with you. And remember, if it feels good, go back into your extension. Okay, and then release that down. Nice core connection, shoulders back and down, dropping the head, neck and shoulders. And let's roll it all the way down, okay? Walking the hands forward, walking forward, and now going to that lovely calf stretch. So heels as low as you can down towards the floor, okay? And then push your weight back into the heels. Push back to get that extra stretch into those calves. Okay, we're gonna drop down onto the mat. Okay, so dropping down onto the mat. I'm going to lower the camera slightly. Sorry, the sun is shining behind me, so I can't see everything. Okay, all right, guys, so I'm into an all 4 position. Let's cat-cow. So I'm going to draw up. So I'm going to go into my cat position, scooping through the abdominals up towards the sky. So think about into your lower back. And then stretch through into the opposite direction into your cow stretch. Okay, and again, up and under, scoop it under, and then bring it through into your cow stretch. Okay, I'm going to walk the hands away from me to place myself into a half plank. Yeah, so bottom is down, yeah, bottom down into that half plank. Okay, so from this position, just want you to really connect onto the abdominals. So really thinking about this area, just bring it, thinking about connection, firm, tight, tense abdominals. And I want you to lift up one arm, take it around to the back of you, squeeze back the delts, come in and lower. Let's do the other side. So up, squeeze back, in and lower. Should we do that again? So up, squeeze back 2, in and down. Last time, up and open, in and down. I'm going to walk down to a half plank, okay? So I'm going to come down onto a forearm plank, down and down. So I'm down into my plank. My abdominals are really tight, controlled, okay? And then from this position, we're going to do the same thing with the arms. So I'm going to lengthen through the arm, take it back, take it down and replace. So the same thing. So a little bit easier on the forearms. Down and through and replace. Guys, push yourself back onto your heels. Yeah, so push back onto your heels. Okay, I'm going to stretch through those abdominals. So we're going to come forward into cobra. So come down and through. So pressing down towards the mat. Yeah. And again, so let's go back. Sit back onto those heels. and then come forward, down into your cobra. So it's a lovely stretch through the hips and through the abdominals. Okay, bring yourself back into all fours, bring it back and through. Okay, from this position, I want you to spread your fingers out. So we're going to do a little bit of shoulder strengthening. Okay, so fingers away, and I want you to tuck your toes under. My pelvis, my spine isn't going to move. Same position. From here, I'm tucking my toes under. Inhale, exhale. I'm just going to take my weight through my mid-metatarsal joints, and then just come up onto all fours. Onto my shoulders and my hands. So just hold that there. Nothing has changed. I haven't taken my bottom up, or push down. Just hold it there. 3, 2, 1, and drop down. Okay, should we do that again? So let's take the breath. So 4-point kneeling to 2-point kneeling. Okay, inhale, exhale, tuck the toes under, and then lift up and through. Hold it there. We can do this, gang. 3, 2, 1, and release off. Guys, come into a seated position, Come into a seated position. And then from here, it says shake out the hands, and this, because we've been on our hands and wrists, let's just stretch through. So take the right arm and take the hand and just press in. So you're pushing the hand in towards your body, and then the other side, back and through, and in towards the body. Okay, and let's go the other way. So press, fingers through, so you've got to stretch through the underneath into the forearm, and then the other side. So my next section of exercises today is going to be half a roll back, which I'm going to develop into a full roll back. Okay, so how to position ourselves. I want you to think about at the base of the spine, we've got the coccyx, the sacrum, the sacroiliac joint, all fused together. Okay, I want you to always think about pulling them apart. So you've got space in between each one. So you've got a lovely tall body. And another way to think about it is thinking about lifting the ribs. So you're not going to start the position in a forward flexed posture, up and through. Just take the arms away with us. Okay, just take the arms away. Now, if any time you feel your shoulders are aching and it's too heavy for your shoulders, just take your hands down at the side of you and then you can roll back. But if you're okay with this, come with me. Okay, knees parallel to the sky, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, exhale, and let's just tilt it back, come back, and then lift up to the top. So you decide how low that you come down, Some days we find we're more stiff than others, and it will just be a very small flexion. And other days we can target and monitor how far we come down just by looking down back to our mat. And as I said, some days it just seems easier than others. If we've all been working from home, doing a lot of computer work, it can really affect the lower back. Okay, let's go into a rotation. So I'm going to take my elbow back with me, and I'm just going to rotate and through. I'm eye-lining my elbow, so I'm coming back, eye-line through the elbow, and through, okay, and again. So back and through, and up. I'm going to change this. I'm taking it up level by level. Let's take our arms open into that little Cossack pose. Now take the hands together, so I'm just holding onto my fingers. So the weight of my arms is going to make it more of a challenge through the tummy wall. So inhale, exhale, let's take it back, okay? And then up to the top. Again, inhale, exhale, take it down, pause, inhale, exhale, and take it to the top. Let's do one more, and then I'm going to go into rotation with you. Down and through, and then up. Okay, let's go down. So I'm going to take it down. I could dig down in towards the mat and lift up. And the other side. Down and through and lift. Lovely. Remember, controlling the abdominals. Okay, I'm going to add on. We're going to go into a little bit higher level now. Okay, so as I come back, I'm going to open up my arms into a T shape, and then I'm going to close, and again, I'm going to come back into the T shape. If you can't do the T shape, then just keep your arms where they are. Okay, let's go back. It's going to go into 3 rotations onto the right side. So we're going to come down 1, 2, 3, and center. Now I'm going to come back with both arms into that T shape, and then I'm going to come up to the top. Then I'm going to go on to the left. 3, so it's like a dig. 1, 2, 3, and then up. Open back, open out the chest into that T shape. All right, let's do that one more time. Okay, with me. So come 1, 2, 3, center, open up those arms, T shape, push back. Excellent, and then over to the other side. And remember, I'm keeping these repetitions quite small because of time, but remember you can play this workout clip over and over again. Lovely. Guys, just take the legs away from you, so nice and open and wide from that position. Okay, sitting up nice and tall. I want you to come towards me. Yeah, so come in towards me. So you're not dropping your head, upper body strong. So you're coming in towards the camera, yeah, in towards me. Okay. And because we've done some waist work, and we were doing our rotation, I'm going to come back and I'm going to stretch out the waist. So I'm going to place my right hand down and then my left arm over. And then I'm going to do that onto the other side. All right, lovely. And through. Okay, guys, just come to the side of your mat, yeah? Just to the side, coming to the front of your mat so you've got enough room to roll back. Okay, so from this position, let's just tilt the pelvis and then come back all the way, taking the arms back with you, and then from that position just parallel, knees to the ceiling, okay, and bring your arms over and to the side of you. Okay, from this position, let's go into a tabletop. So up onto your right leg, and then lower, and then over to the other side. So I'm doing a little tabletop, and then lower. Okay, so up onto tabletop, and down, and then the other side, lifting up. Now, all this time I'm moving my legs, I'm not moving the pelvis. Okay, everything stays really still. I want you to carry on doing that, guys. Just got a message up. Right, hold on there. Okay, all right. So keep it going, up and through, up and through. Okay, last one. Remember, everything stays into that neutral position. Come up onto your right and then up onto your left. Again, nothing has changed. I'm into that neutral spine position. And then from here, arms down at the side of me, I'm going to tap down. So I'm going to tap down, like a little touch the water, and then lift up. So I'm working through my lower abdominal muscles. Yeah, so my lower muscles. But nothing is changing here. I'm not rocking, I'm not flattening my spine down into the mat, and I'm not doming my tummy up to the ceiling. Okay, all right, if this feels good, guys, let's go a little bit harder. So this time we can go into a leg extension and then bring that in, yeah, and the other side. So we've gone from toe taps to a leg extension. As I said, I'm building you up quite quickly, but you can always go back, okay? And I want you to think about your progression as you go through these workouts, how it feels for you every time that you work out. So it's like monitoring your personal progression, because I'm not with you to personally work out with you. Okay, if this feels good, I'm going to take my head, neck, and my hands at the side of my head. Okay, now I'm going to bring them up. So I bring my head and shoulders up towards my knees and my thighs, yeah? And then from there, I'm going to bring my opposite elbow to opposite knee and center, and the other side, over. So I'm working the waist, yeah? Over and in, and again, over and through. Keep going, guys, keep on that. So we're going to go over to the side and in, and then over to the side and in. Now we can make it a little bit quicker. So we can do 1, pass through center midline, 2, pass through center, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. We can do this, just 2 more, 7, and 8. Guys, lovely. Bring your knees into your chest, bring your hands over onto your knees, drop your head, neck, and shoulders down onto the mat and relax. And just give yourself a knee hug. Okay. A little bit of rotation before we finish. So taking your legs into your tabletop position, arms are open nice and wide into that scarecrow or T-shape. And I want you to bring the legs over towards me. Yes, come over towards me. And then come into the center and then over the other side. So you can obviously keep your eyes closed if you're working outside like me, but keeping the head center, yeah? And you're not allowing the thighs to come down onto the floor, yeah? So I'm still using my abdominals to control this movement, okay? If you want to make it a little bit harder, okay, so center up. We're gonna go over to the one side to me. I'm gonna extend my top leg. I'm gonna bring it round to the center and then back to tabletop. Okay, let's do that the other side. So I'm making it a little bit harder. I'm going over, I'm extending my top leg, yeah? I'm bringing it round to the front and then into tabletop. Okay, it's got a little bit harder because we're running out of time. So I'm gonna come over, I'm gonna extend both legs, I'm gonna bring them round to the center, and then I'm going to bring myself back to tabletop. Now, if any time this hurts your lower back, then you need to stop, yeah? So if it's working your lower back and not your abdominals, you need to take it down the level, yes? You would just go to your knee rolling. In, extend, away, in and through and back. One more time, over, extend those legs away from you. Bring them around to center and then in and hold. Okay. Okay, guys, well done. So holding onto those knees. Hamstring stretch. Place one foot down and extend that leg up to the ceiling. Yeah, up to the sky, I should say. Holding on. So we never hold on to the knee. Holding on to the fleshy part of the leg. Yeah, you can hold on to the back of the thigh or onto your calf muscle, but we never hold on to the knee. Okay, so the leg needs to be straight. Do you think I'm stretching out the hamstring, yeah, which starts in the ischium of the pelvis and floats all the way down, a big long muscle that attaches into the top of the tibia fibula, yeah, into the bone just below the knee. So it's a big muscle, a big powerful muscle to stretch out. Okay, lower that down and let's do the other side. So lift up, hold on, squeeze. Remember, holding on to the calf muscle or onto your thigh. But the most important thing is we're not into a bent knee, yeah? The hamstring will not lengthen correctly if you're in this position, yeah? So we need to really think about lengthening the muscle fibers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, guys, draw that down. Knees in towards the chest. We're going to roll into seated, or you can come up on your own if you want to. Okay, from here, inhale, exhale, and roll through into seated. Bring yourself around to the front and just cross your legs over. Okay, take your hands just behind you and open out the chest. Lovely, head up. And then open your arms through into that aeroplane. Remember, arms wide, palms down. And let's rotate over to your right side. And then into center midline. And then over to the other side. Okay, and then center midline. Guys, bringing your hands together. Okay, and we should take them palms together and then lift up towards the sky. So you're lengthening the ribs, the shoulders, and the ribs away from the hips. So think about that lengthen. Hands in prayer position and then bring them down, thumbs to sternum, okay? Stay nice and still, over, very small movement. Think about rigid, staying down. Over to your right side, pass through, and then over to your left side. Okay, and then